Welcome, everybody, to the pre-show of the Breachers EU VRML Season 1 Grand Finals. Technically, the third place match coming up first this afternoon. I think this is what we thought the finals matchup was going to be.
Yeah, it's definitely not what we expected this match today.
It is the thrill of the postseason, the thrill of the unexpected. And let's start to talk about what we can expect out of this matchup this afternoon. Velocity Esports versus Blaze EU. Phil, I've got the match history up. Fallen's talking about it a couple of times. Velocity are 12-1, Blaze are 7-5-1. Their last matchup, Velocity Esports won 20-14. How do you see things sort of shaken out today? Both teams bringing experience since the preseason too.
It gives a little bit of vibes like the never back down moment where like the people you thought you were seeing the championship fight, one of them gets disqualified, the other one leaves, and then there's this huge fight in the parking lot. That's the third place match, and everybody goes outside and watching that. Meanwhile, the grand finals is happening inside. I exaggerate a little bit, but you know it's hyped to see. You've got the #1 ranked seed who had a dominant tear throughout the entire season versus the like Fallen said, the people's champ, the ones that got the crowd behind them. So there's a lot of hype around this third place match. I'm excited for it to get started here.
I think we've stalled long enough. We are now ready to get back into the action for our first map of the afternoon on Hideout.
But yeah, it can either go either way. Both teams, you know, top one team, top two on the leaderboard.
Yeah, they're pretty.
It can go either way. Yeah, I think their aim will be on point.
Have a nade comes in there, comes close, tabs, finds Fuse on the bottom side. Zeta trying to swing out, and Zav finds a little bit of damage, but takes some themselves. It's a 3v3. Blaze low on HP. The rifle is down on Velocity's side, and Zeta finds another.
We're down to a 2 versus 2. Both the remaining members of Velocity here to defend the B bomb site, and likewise Blaze with the crossfire pushing through, the pressure mounting too much. Zavdislav stuck behind the bomb with nowhere to go. He is going to go down, but Ran 6 brings it to a 1v1 and finds the snapshot onto Mr. Tabs to seal the deal. Nice little 1v2 clutch there to put their second round on the board. And the attacking idea for Blaze slowly gets back on its tracks here. Rise with that EMP swinging in. Diffuse just tucked around the corner here, playing it so patiently in the pinch from Rosida, dropping through the hatch. Coordination is good, and Rosida's going to find a wall bang onto Zavdislav, making it a 3v2.
Yeah, they're pushing in now. Ran alone on the only one holding things down here. On the backside, though, could put off a nice flank onto the trio. They can execute things effectively through the wall. Zida almost goes down. Legalo gets that EMP plant, and so now it's the push, the retake, and Zida shuts it down. Blaze come in strong on a vital round, taking that point, pushing themselves up 2-1, and we're into a fight, map 1. Nothing's coming in easy, Fallen, and again, a big clutch for Blaze, because I don't think Velocity are looking too good on their economy right now. Already gone down, so not necessary, as Tabs now flies in, and Blaze are feeling confident on the round. Some counter utility coming through from the Velocity squad, but it's not going to find much of anything, and this is going to be everyone from Blaze alive and well with their rifles in hand.
Yeah, Blaze are starting to find, and as soon as I say that, Fuse manages to finally get a kill on Mr. Tabs there. That Spectral shot, double headshot coming in nice, but 4 Vezin strong still here to defend this post plan. It is a very difficult situation as Zavdislav finds himself in a 1 versus 4, eventually going to go down, but really coordinated attack I'm seeing from Blaze.
Certainly, again, a team that's looking good, but I have loved to see how hard Blaze have been fighting back against this team, as we may end up having a bit of a stairwell brawl. They had Void swinging down here to soon challenge Zida. The audio transmitter is going to give away their position. One will go down. Void is identified by Zida, so they know there's another, the audio transmitter in particular. And Legalo is here lurking and waiting, holding a late angle, waiting for them to challenge Zida there. That's just good teamwork. Fuse nades themselves, which is not what Velocity need, as they're now down to 3 in a 3v5 on their full buy round. I think they're ecoing here. I think they're holding on to these 2 rifles to the next round.
Looks like Blaze are doing what they need to get back in the driver's seat. Like I said, the momentum, I mean, if Velocity win one more round, they're already on map point. So it was kind of do or die, as unfortunately Ran 6 is going to go down for a nice little post-round swing from Mr. Tabs through the A window. And Void is going to charge in and find the last-minute kill onto Mr. Beaver as well. very unexpected aggression right there, and it worked. It caught a member of Blaze with their pants down, so to speak. Velocity 5 strong, going up to the 3-man defense from Blaze here. This is going to be a tough hold.
Beaver catches one through the wall. A nice pickup. Nades and utility coming out to stall them as Void goes down. Two huge kills over the top at Garage. Turn this into a 3v3.
That just goes to show you, Marui would have got it right there. But, oh, Rise comes around the corner, finds the headshot onto the nerf you, but Zabdislav is there, and the trades are coming back and forth. Zabdislav with 2 points of health.
They do manage to get the health syringe. Wow, the 1v2 still alive. If Zabdislav wants to try and clutch it up, it is going to be going up against 2 full health Blaze members. They also have 2 health syringes here, and I think they also got themselves an active camo, so it's a fully kitted out 1v2 here coming in from Zab. They've also managed to pick up the EMP, no less. They do take some damage there on their cross, though. 25 seconds.
The important part about taking damage there is it actually turns off the active camo, and it's a nice play from Team Blaze. They decide to double swing. That's just too much pressure with 2 members barreling down on you at the same time. There's no way. You got to hit a ridiculous snapshot to get out of that situation, and Blaze tied up 5-5. It is still anybody's map going into these last 2 rounds.
It really is. The battle for 3rd place unfolding in front of us, Jonesy, and both of these teams giving it their all this afternoon. They're going to go for the pistol battles over the top as Zab swings tight, finds Rise. Mr. Tabs also with the kill, and now Fuse alone. Going to completely back off the push, and with 45 seconds left.
Yeah, normally in this type of situation, we would say save, especially if you had a rifle to save, but, there's not a crazy amount of value in bringing a Spectral into what you're definitely going to be buying going into the last round here. So he is going to send it with 15 seconds left on the clock, and there is another static. So much defensive utility for him to push through, and it's going to be Beaver with the drop shot coming around the corner and putting Blaze up to map point. Interesting. Yeah, I think if that nade had rolled back a couple feet farther, the damage hitbox would have swung around the counter and would have actually killed Legolo. So very fortunate that the nade landed right where it was, but we're into a 4v4. They did open up and find the pick. But oh, what a huge play is 3 members of Team Blaze just drop instantaneously as there's a double-sided pressure on the backside from A, and all of a sudden, Velocity have all the map control. They have 2 members into the connector. Legolo is still on top of that counter in A, but he's going to have to push out and try and hold this, and Velocity do it. They tie it up 6-6 and avoid going down a map into the series.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here and ready to dive into our second map of the afternoon between Blaze EU and Velocity Esports. It's the 3rd place battle in Season 1, and we are diving into our second map on Ship. All is open. Fights here. Mr. Tabs and the duo find they had a nice little crouch peek and standing peek that really kind of basically puts two pistols down the same lane, and a great limited exposure here. This is good teamwork from the duo. I love to see little angles like this.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, I love to see the high-low peek there from Legolo and Mr. Tabs, and it was proving to be a lot of effect. You saw how much work Velocity had to do and how much time it took just for them to recover that EMP. And luckily, they have managed to get it, and they are actually deciding to shift over towards this A bomb site, but all 5 members of Blaze still standing strong here. This is definitely not going to be easy as Zyda finds the opening pick in the charge. The jig is up. Green light has been flashed, and all 3 members pile in, and it is Blaze who come out dominantly on top with 4 members still standing after the pistol.
Everyone's going to be dropping down.
A little sneak peek into the strategy development process for Velocity, and we're going to see the results here. Zyda is holding strong with a nice double kill, and just like that, 4 members down, all the way down to a 2 versus 1 now, and Void, just barely whiffing the headshot. Stickosaurus luckily happened to crouch at the perfect moment, and he's going to swing back around and find the headshot, but Void was tucked between a rock and a hard place right there.
Some celebratory dancing off of locking in a vital clutch 2v5, puts them 3-0. Their defensive set continues on, Jonesy. What a big hold from them.
Tabs takes a headshot, has to back up and heal, and it's going to be Stickosaurus on the backside, finding the first kill onto Zabdislav. And just as I say that, Stickosaurus swings out and finds a triple kill, and Fuse is there to finally shut him down, but it's a maybe too little too late. It's going to have to be the 1v5 ace clutch for Fuse in order to get back into this round. It's rough, and Fuse, you can see him, he feels like he kind of needs to make something happen here. I mean, he is kind of backing off towards the edge of the map. We might end up seeing him save, but I'm with you. I don't know if this is enough. Even saving the one rifle, they're in a tough spot.
Velocity can retire, work on the ship, and buy about 200 chicken sandwiches if they do want to do that instead. So it is an option here as Fuse tries to clutch things up in a 1v4. It's going to be pretty dang tough with everyone there ready and waiting. They'll find the final kill, and it will be Blaze going up 4-0 on ship. Map 2 really not going the way of Velocity right now, Jonesy, but we get close to a side swap. I mean, I think it's really going to be all about the side swap. Right now, this next round almost guaranteed to go into Blaze's hands, although we've seen eco rounds go the other way sometimes, so who knows. Fuse barrels in and will not leave that Vezin in a spot where it's retrievable by the rest of the team, let alone the EMP, really, because Rise is here and waiting. They find one, they swing for a second, they'll pick up 2 over the top here of the EMP, making a 3rd.
Meanwhile, I mean, Blaze, they've only got 3 people left into this round, but they have so much map control to work with. It is not out of the question to see them squeeze a couple of kills here and even up the people left alive and sort of find some holes. As I say that, Stickosaurus finds the first weakness, finds a headshot onto Zavislav, and then Zyda comes around and finds another kill, and just like that, this whole round has turned on its head off of the back of a nice push from Stickosaurus, picking up huge 3 kills. There's Void left in the 1v3.
I mean, yeah, now that we see that, like I said, it could flip at any time. Blaze managing to come back. Velocity want to win this. Otherwise, Blaze are going to just try and get that 3rd map to a tie, which if Blaze win this one, Velocity have to win that 3rd map. So it's really going to be a matter of, do they try and win this now, or do they try and push it back to a tie so it all sits on that 3rd map for Blaze?
Trade 1-for-1 goes down, and we're into a 4v4.
A little RMP action. We're not playing World of Warcraft. Zyda just charges into the bomb site. Does not have the EMP, but this amount of pressure is starting to crack this Velocity defense. They're starting to feel it as the crossfire angles coming through and finding the headshots they need to find. 2 members left standing strong, and this is it. The collapse comes in, and there's just nowhere to go. And Blaze do manage to take the final 2 rounds and get our first map win here on ship.
Blaze has to keep it close if they lose. Basically,
Right.
is how. No, they can tie. Yeah, I don't know. The math is too much.
They tie, they win. If they get at least 5 rounds, they can't lose, and it would either have to go to a 4th map, or they could just win by getting 6 rounds. So they win with 6 rounds.
Bill, we don't got to wait around any longer. Headed to factory for map number 3.
Yeah, I'm loving everything that I'm seeing on the defense here from Velocity as well. They've been mixing it up. It's the 3rd time we're here on the bottom floor, and they've done a little bit of different kind of looks every single time, even on the defense, switching up, and so it leaves Blaze guessing as to how much aggression they can be expecting. But Rise is gonna find the headshot, vaulting up over that half wall, and Void also going down. So far, Blaze is doing everything they need to do to push 1 round closer towards the end. What seems like the inevitable 3rd place crowning, as now it is a 1 versus 5. Ran 6 gonna have to be on for the ace clutch.
Tabs holding a solid spot here. Camo active. Ran 6 dropping back to the pressure. Tabs considering peeking out, and now the whole team peeks out. Rise and Tabs, look at the coordination. Such good timing from everyone there as they do double swing. Blaze up 4-1, running away with the momentum at this stage, and well, we could have a much faster map 3, although I dare not say that, Phil, because quite frankly, this is how every round has gone. Jonesy, this is how every round has gone. They've all had big leads, but then when we've swapped sides, the other team has put on solid defensive holds themselves.
There's a lot of chaos going on in this 3rd map, and they are just desperately scraping together everything they can in a lot of these rounds to try and put up the fight that they need to. I mean, the last round that they've won so far was the pistol. I think they're desperate to try and get their 2nd round on the board and stifle this non-stop Blaze pressure, as Fuse with the Cadillo manages to find one, but Mr. Tabs on the front end, that is all the defenders on the A bomb site down, and Fuse does get traded out as well, so now Void is going to have to go big here.
Void, the only one here. Ran 6 on a big of a rotation over on the other site. Void and Ran 6 will end up trying to pinch in on a retake most likely, but the retake definitely difficult to secure here on this objective. It helps when you land nice 1-tap headshots with the Cadillo like that.
Both Velocity members are here, Void and Ran 6, and Brand's going to be able to pick up a Vezin as well, but the plant is on for the hatch, and they don't realize that Zyda is actually tucked into the corner and Void is trying to make some creative play and root tabs out of this gravel position to cut off the rotation, because I mean, it's planted for the hatch. This is such a difficult retake in a 1v3. This is the last round. You got to go for it here. And as a flash comes in and blinds him, he is just nowhere. There's too many angles for him to look. The pressure is overwhelming, and Blaze can feel the victory here. They are playing like a third place team right now.
They're close to locking in that third place, and it's the reality. Look, Phil, you're not saying anything that's not true. They lost in the semis, man. These teams aren't infallible. They do lose. They had great seasons all season long, but when it's come down to this postseason, both seeds 1 and 2 are relegated to fighting for 3rd and 4th place. Again, I don't think what anyone really expected, Jonesy, from this EU side going into this weekend.
I mean, yeah, the 5-1 curse people are going to say it might be coming back. I mean, they are 3 minutes behind, but I reckon we could have a 5-1 curse come through. This side switch, going on to the defense, anything could come through. It's just we got to figure out what is going on.
Fuse trying to bite the ankles of Stick there with the pistol. Stick takes just a slice of damage and backs off of the angle they were trying to hold. And Velocity, like you said, feels like they have control of A site right now.
My gosh, look, it's 5 versus 5. 10 people still alive on the server, and the EMP just got planted onto the wall in the cubby there. But the instant barrage of nades and fire grenades coming through, they were ready for that. They put the bomb on the wall and then immediately ducked back into Tetris. But here comes the Stick. Here comes another fire grenade. It looks like he might just stick this. And oh, there's a little corner. He didn't actually take any damage. Fuse finding the first opening kill onto Rise. Zyda's also going down. Legalo fighting back. Velocity so far, they're not going down without a fight. Yeah, 25 seconds left on the clock, and Void is even going to win the first fight. Stigosaurus not going to be able to get past the first challenge in that really complicated 1v3 post-plant retake. And Velocity have done it. They've got the pistol. They got a little bit of momentum. They need to have a flawless second half here on attack, though. They need to buy up smart into this round and keep that momentum going. Void's got that rifle. Look at Tabs tucked into the corner here. He's going to get a free kill on the Dayhat as he tries to swing out. Fortunately, the team is there to back it up, but quite a bit of damage done with just a Cyclone. And yeah, this round getting off to a quick start. Yeah, it's gonna all come down to the timing, as the roam plays normally do. That's generally the telltale sign of a great roamer versus a good roamer or an average roamer, is they pick the perfect time to initiate that backstab while the people are distracted. And Zyda's time says now is the time, and Ran 6 is already swinging into that window. There's no way backing out now, and he is gonna manage to win that fight with Zyda, bringing this to a 3 versus 3. Velocity still alive here. Less than a minute now. All 3 members of Blaze seem to realize that's what's going on, but Zav with that Cyclone is going to root Stigosaurus out of that tucked in off angle. Now it's just the crossfire of Rise and Legalo. EMP is in hand, but I would not count Blaze out of this just yet, because this could get hairy, as Zav the Slab is going to be forced to stick in that EMP on the ground. The nade comes in, but Fuse charging into the back of sight is going to drop Legalo down, and Rise all alone, and they know exactly where he is. Rise is going to tap the bomb to force him to swing out, and there's just nothing Rise can do there. Beautifully played from Velocity.
Jonesy, I dare say this one's pretty dang close, and I don't want to say we're headed to a 7-5 with this Velocity esports team on offense coming back, but we could really be headed for a full tie at this pace.
Yeah, we could be heading for anything really now. Velocity are really carrying this momentum through. They won 1 round, they won a second. I mean, the 5-1 curse is real. Everyone playing well, they're all sticking together, and not one person is solo peaking for Velocity.
That nade had a mind of its own, but look at the poison here. Zyda's just going to swing out, trying to deny this plan. You can tell they do want to try to stop this post-plan situation, but going in 1 by 1 is not the play. Unfortunately, that's exactly how they're doing it. They're trickling in 1 by 1. Legalo's going to pick up the Vezin and swings around. He finds 1, but he's in a 1v3 now. It's going to have to be a huge 4K from him to save the round, and that EMP is stuck on the wall, but this is such a huge uphill battle. They know exactly where he is, and they are all positioned to cover each other so well in this Velocity squad.
Flash comes out, lets them get the EMP plant through, and they'll find Legalo down with another kill. It's Velocity running away with this one on the attack. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do, quite frankly, on the logistics side of it, because we don't have time for a 4th map. Like, we don't. And so we may have them play out their 4th and we just move on to the grand finals, because quite frankly, we have to keep things moving. If we get to the reality of a 7-5 tie all around with all the rounds tied, Map wins tied. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do here on the production side. I know people will want to see that played out. I think they'll play another map. I don't know how it's decided. I imagine they're going to have to do some bannings, and then it'll be the last map that's available or something like that, and they'll play that out. If that's the case, we have other games to move on to, and so we may just move on to the grand finals. We may stick around to cast that other 4th map. I really don't know quite yet, so just prepare yourselves if that does happen, because it really feels like it's going that way right now. Jonesy, Velocity are just not going to let up any rounds at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking about how tragic it would be to come this far and then somehow have it all fall apart to an amazing pistol defense. Look at this, the EMP is getting placed. Stegosaurus just around the corner could actually make some damage happen, but that revolver headshot is just barely going to miss the head of Void. Now the nades are coming through, the pressure is coming, but it is Velocity winning all of their gunfights, and it is now Legolo and Mr. Tabs in 2v5, as if pistols versus Vezins wasn't bad enough. Throw that man disadvantage in the mix.
Oh my gosh, it's tied 5-5 in map 3, and oh, Jonesy, you starting to do the mod work on the back end of figuring this one out, because we're getting close. It's just 1 point away for Blaze. They need 1. That's it, and they win. They guarantee whatever happens with that they will advance on. Well, not advance on, that they'll take 3rd place. That's what's at stake here. And so I just don't know what is going to happen here this afternoon, but you should maybe start preparing for the reality of a full tie across the board here, which I never thought was really going to come to fruition over the course of this weekend. Full push coming in, counter utility coming through. They had finds Lego with a nade to get things started for Velocity. 4v5 out the gate, the utility finding its target. The push still not coming through, though, and Velocity making sure that maybe they'll find 1 or 2 more before they do decide to push in all the way to site.
There's 30 seconds left. They were setting up for a rotate across the top floor, and they all just stopped and had decided we don't have time. We got to go back. Fuse is now trying to plant an EMP that he doesn't even have possession of. Where is the EMP? It's fallen down into the back of the kitchen.
Oh,
but the
double!
frags are coming through. All of the Blaze
10
defenders
seconds.
are going down, and they are going to get the plant. Oh, this is
They're going to get
so
the kill.
close.
It's 5-6.
We're going to the 12th round with a very, very serious potential of a full score tie here in our 3rd place matchup. How epic is this, though?
It's
I'm blown away.
incredible. It doesn't matter what the prize pool is. I see some people constantly bringing it up. It has no weight in these matches. Whatever that prize pool is, it has no matter. It does not matter to these players playing this afternoon. They are hunting for 3rd place. They want the prestige of 3rd place because, quite frankly, there's a lot of prestige in the VRML. We're a massive organization spanning across multiple games. It is a lot to be earning for, and so it's definitely something to fight for these teams. They want to have that 3rd place going into Season 2. They want to be advertising. We were 3rd place in our region. Join us. They want to have that best roster they can for Season 2. So they are fighting for quite a substantial bit here at the end of the day. And I cannot wait to see how this last round unfolds on map number 3. Is it going to be Blaze taking our 3rd place, or Velocity going to put together one of the best comebacks here that we've gotten to see so far this weekend? Not ideal for the Blaze team to be down a player when it matters most, but sometimes technical difficulties are a reality, so we'll have to see how it impacts them. Tabs finds 1 early, which is exactly what they need. The bot will go down, so it keeps things even 4-4. When we know who the winner is of Blaze vs. Velocity, we'll be sure to inform everyone here on the desk. But what a great series, Phil. You got your wish. You got 36 rounds at the end of the day.
36 rounds and a tied score to boot. I mean, it was 18-18. It wasn't 6-6-6-6-6-6 all the way through, but 6-6-7-5-5-7 is the same result. It went the full distance. I mean, epic. What an epic battle between the rank 1 seed and the rank number 2 seed for a 3rd place matchup. What a great day to be a Breachers fan.